With Terraria releasing its final update once again, I decided that it is the perfect opportunity to slow down and really take our time to experience the many changes that they have introduced. So for this year, I will be playing on this one world with each phase of progression being blocked until the start of a new month. So for the month of March, I can only defeat Deerclops and Queen Bee. Otherwise, I can make no other form of progression. This is what happened. Starting off this month, I have an idea for Deerclops that I think might just allow me to kill it without ever actually using any of my weapons. But don't worry, this isn't using boulders like I tried against the Eater of Worlds, though I wouldn't doubt that also work against Deerclops as well. There are several steps we're going to need to take though to figure out if my idea will work. First, I need to confirm that falling blocks are capable of hurting the boss. I need her to be close enough that we can do damage. So let's go over here. Okay, Silt can deal damage to Deerclops. Now what I need to do is get a bunch of ice so I can spawn Deerclops in space, make a tundra biome in space and spawner. This is all part of the process, so we collected a bunch of ice from the underground tundra. Once we clear out the second goblin army of the world, we travel over to the Arctic Ocean where we're going to rope up into space, but of course Deerclops hasn't quite left yet. Holy cow, Deerclops has a lot of range. What the heck? Deerclops has... Oh, does Deerclops have infinite range vertically? Okay, I guess once... Once the health bar is gone, then we're safe. Then we're safe from Deerclops' shadow hands of doom. I totally spaced on the fact that harpies would be up here to make things difficult. Oh, and they come from below. They come from below. Woo! We live. Oh, We're able to build a nice little ice platform, which actually causes the shell phone to teleport me up here instead. Oh, now we spawn up here? Okay, well, we're gonna have to get rid of this. Oh, giant harpy feather, hold up. I will take that. First, we need to place 1,500 ice blocks to make the area a tundra biome. But I really want what to happen here is that Deerclops just kind of spawns and immediately falls off of the world. Why are there suddenly a billion harpies here? Get out of here. I was building peacefully for a little bit there, and now they're everywhere. It took me a second to wise up and make a border for the box of ice I'm making to keep the harpies away. They often were spawning and trying to break in from the outside of the world border too, which was kind of weird. You can also place blocks outside of the map on the top, which makes it look like I can grapple onto the top of the world or into empty space. Also occurs to me, you could totally mess with your friends and place a practically invisible block bridge in space to prevent stars from falling, although it might not actually work because I saw some stars spawn in like lower than the top of the world, so that might not actually work the way that I thought it would. Let's see what happens when we spawn Deerclops up in the tundra in space. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, Deerclops spawns at places we can't see. Okay, can we... Oh, we can? Oh, that was fast. Wow, Deerclops drops like a stone. Wow, that was fast. That's going to require some thought here. See if I can accomplish what I'm hoping to accomplish. I should really try to get Deerclops out of the water here so I don't drown while trying to kill the deer. Because deers have gills, don't you know? That's why Deerclops isn't drowning, the jerk. There's no reason to not just kill Deerclops now, if for no other reason than to clear the boss so I can continue my experiments. But that might not be necessary because Deerclops did something I did not expect. She returned up to space? What? What? Well, I guess I'll give you another opportunity to try out the thing that I wanted to do. Let's see if we can fall at the same time as Deerclops. I think the problem is Deerclops is not affected by the lack of gravity, so it hits terminal velocity much faster. Or not. Dude, does Deerclops have greater gravity? That might actually be a thing. This isn't looking promising for what I was planning to do, because if Deerclops falls unnaturally fast, then I'm sure what I have planned won't work out. Turns out, after some testing, she falls nearly as fast as a slime mount, but not quite as fast, which just begs the question to me, does she have a unique falling velocity? And if so, why? So what that taught me was that Deerclops and doing my idea is going to be a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. On the bright side, we're able to die to Deerclops without her disappearing. So it's not all bad. It's not all bad. To make more Deerclops summons, I need Demonite because I accidentally crafted all the bars into, ore into bars. Maybe I should just shimmer the bars, but I've too many times tried to shimmer shadow armor into its different parts, but you don't get the armor, you just get the ancient version. So I've always been plagued by that and don't trust that Demonite would actually shimmer into Demonite ore. So whatever, we're going to farm the worm, and I need some of the trophy and the pet and stuff for my collection anyways. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. I haven't gotten the Vilethorn, have I? I just realized I don't have the one weapon that's really built for beating up the Eater of Worlds. I should get the Vilethorn. Please be a Vilethorn. That's a ball of hurt, that's not a Vilethorn. No! All right, Houndius, I need you to Houndius shoot this thing in the face. This month might be some of the collecting the mage weapons I haven't been collecting thus far. We still need the Thunder Zapper, still need the Vilethorn. Now we can get the Weather Pane. We need these things, guys. We need them. Please don't die me. Heart. Thank you. More hearts? Oh no. Wasn't worth it. What if I hide in here? Aha! Spit can't get me from here. Loser. Oh, he almost can get close. Ah, he can get up here. No! You're supposed to stay down below. Okay, and Vilethorn. Where's my Vilethorn? Gosh darn it. Mine. It's kind of what I imagine the Eater World saying, you know, when it's all in all these chunks. Oh, there's another one. Hello. Another ball of hurt. Okay. So help me if I do have to fish for a Vilethorn. I will. All right. No one's stopping me. Another ball of hurt. Another shadow orb. Are you kidding me? Another Eater of Worlds down. I want my Vilethorn, darn it. Vilethorn! Finally! I only had to clear every shadow orb in this corruption. Well, I guess there's another one over here. Oh, there's another one over there. Let's break it. Let's just break it because lol. Okay, another Vilethorn. Okay, now you're making fun of me. I was curious how the ball of hurt would look with the mannequins. Now I have my answer. It's neat. Now, fighting the Eater of Worlds so much put boulders in my mind again, and there was something I was curious about. You drop a boulder in the shimmer, what happens? Let's see. Okay. All right, let's make another couple boulders. How high can I bounce it, and just how much will they bounce? That's my question. Can I have an infinitely bouncing boulder machine? Oh, interesting. I wonder why it goes that way. Is there a way to contain it? Okay, yeah, it seems that it really wants to go to the left. This is like a boulder launcher. This is so fun. Okay, what happens when I drop a boulder inside though? Okay, it bounces like a regular boulder, but then it goes ghost on us. What happens if it touches the shimmer? Can we get the boulders to just bounce back and forth? Oh, it breaks once it hits it. The Golder won't die. They'll just be now this ghostly dude. But if we get him to stop chasing us. Boing. Boing. Because what I would like to do is just have the Golder. If we could just get them to bounce like this, we could just have a whole bunch of Golders doing that. But we need a way to get the Golders to stop following us much easier, so we could get them all just kind of bouncing in one spot in the shimmer. Like that would, I might have to play around with Golders' detection of me or whatever, however that works. But that's not what I'm focused on at the moment. How do we get the boulder though to bounce back into the shimmer? That's the real question. What if we drown the boulder in the shimmer? Don't leave it a place to escape to. Okay, it might still break on the edge here, but now we'll see. Oh, it still breaks. Oh, man. Well, we can at least control where the boulder is going. We could so make a boulder cannon with this. If we can move the shimmer to a very specific spot, we could make a boulder cannon. We just need to get a whole bunch of shimmer. We need to get some bubble blocks. And then you kind of just like block the end over here and you just drop boulders and it shoots out. That we can make a boulder cannon. But I need to get to the Skeletron time or Skeletron phase of progression so I can get the mechanic. And then I need to get the party girl for bubble blocks. And then we can move this out and we can make a boulder cannon. I think there's some real potential for that compost Skeletron. We might be able to have a lot of fun controlling where boulders go. Maybe even extending their range and shooting in more specific locations. I love this idea, but I can't do it till next month. For now, I tried hoiking the boulder in the opposite direction to keep it in stasis, but it just broke once it hit those blocks as well. With the shimmer, there are some ways I can think of to maybe keep the boulder in stasis for longer than normal, but we'll see what happens. I also have some ideas with shimmer slimes because projectiles bounce off of them, and I'm wondering if maybe we could exploit that, assuming the projectiles that they deflect can still hurt other enemies. One last thing I tested was using a ramp to launch the boulder, and it worked, but I couldn't have a ramp consisting of more than one block. No matter what I did, the boulder would always break on the second block that it touched that was not at the same height as the first block that it touched, which is an interesting little fact I didn't know about boulders. We can get bouncy boulders to bounce around, but those I'm pretty sure last based on a duration, like Goulders, rather than being how many times they actually bounce. So the shimmer doesn't really change anything about them. Now, let's see if we can get Deerclops to follow me down here. See if we can get Deerclops in the shimmer. That would be fun. I want Deerclops to turn invisible. I'm pretty sure bosses are basically just immune to the shimmer and just won't be affected by it at all, but here's hoping. Also, if I spawn her down here, will she spawn? Okay, she does spawn down here within no sight. Follow me! This way! Follow! Follow! Yeah, she's almost the same speed as the slimy saddle. It's crazy. Oh, she's trying to find her way back up. She's finding her way back up. Whoa! Whoa. Illegal move. Maybe we gotta stay close enough to her. Let's keep her at arm's reach. This way. Into the shimmer with you. Aw, it's just completely immune. Wait, does its projectiles? Okay, the ice chunks didn't bounce on the shimmer. Oh, but great tombstones do. Oh, but I want them to make that a thing. I want them to allow you to turn bosses invisible. Guess we're stuck killing this thing normally, which reminds me, I actually haven't told you what my plan was, and I still won't, because I'll show you a little later. For now, I have a different, more evil thing to test. Someone sent me a video of something I gotta try now. So, we have all of these precious little bunnies. They're a wonderful little critter, but you can do things with them. Oh no! The bunny! It works! It works so well! It doesn't matter what critter. You can fly infinitely. Just get the slime out. Alright, now let's find the Thunder Zapper. I didn't just find one though, but 3, alongside with 4 bass statues. Now to finally explain this plan that I've been alluding to this entire time. See, what I wanted to do is see if I could get Deerclops to fall, probably all the way to the underworld, and have Crimsand, because of its infinite pierce, fall at the same rate as Deerclops on top of the boss, and in theory, kill it by just falling with a large lump of sand. Oh, wait, Silt doesn't fall on a trap door? What? But since Deerclops apparently falls faster than gravity, this won't be possible. Okay, Silt falls as fast as I do. Silt falls as fast as I do, and Deerclops falls faster than me normally. Why does Deerclops naturally fall fast? What's the deal with that? Oh, we got a blizzard. Blizzard in space! I tried mud balls as well, but that didn't work either. I'm really disappointed because that would have been really cool. Might have to try this idea with some other bosses that are subject to gravity. Hopefully they don't fall as fast as Deerclops though. It's cool having the having a blizzard at the ocean though, isn't it? This is so cool. I love this. Playing around with the mud ball though did teach me something I hadn't expected. Do mud blocks pierce, or mud balls pierce infinitely? The ultimate test for that would be to use it against the Eater of Worlds. Okay, it looks like they might have a limited pierce. But also, are you seeing this damage? That's pretty good damage for mud blocks. They might actually have infinite pierce, and I just didn't notice them hitting the ground, but I'm pretty sure it's limited. Even so, it's a lot more pierces than I thought it would be. Surprisingly, a kind of viable weapon against the worm, considering this is master mode. Just line the ground with torches to prevent the mud from accumulating. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, it spread already? How does it have that much corruption on it? Lightning! Yes! 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 Oh, lightning against Eater of Worlds. Would have been really cool to use lightning to destroy the Eater of Worlds, but it looks like lightning struggles to strike in the desert or something. Now, we've been doing a bit of stuff with the shimmer, and it reminded me that if we get the slime gun, we can shimmer it into the shimmer gun. And put your hands up! Pew! Really handy tool for shimmering the NPCs easily. Cats are immune to shimmer? Oh, that's scary. Cats are already too powerful. We didn't need them to also be immune to shimmer. Why can't we shimmer these? Like, instead of buying more licenses to shimmer them? That said, I was really hoping that the shimmer gun would work on enemies and passive mobs. Like, why not? It'd be so fun to be able to turn mobs invisible on a world and allow for some real fun and potentially creative trolling methods on multiplayer worlds. The slime gun itself, though, has a new use since the 1.4.5 update, because the slime debuff it inflicts increases the power of fire attacks, which, paired with my fox parks, I thought would be really cool. But I discovered it only seemed to add 2 damage to each of its attacks. That's it? Dude, that's negligible at best. I tried it against a boss and used Fox Parks as a flamethrower, figuring maybe it'd be more effective then, but the difference is unnoticeable. Not only that, but the slime debuff only lasts for, I think, 3 seconds, which makes it totally meaningless. It's nice that the debuff does something, but would have been nicer if it was actually useful for anything. At the very least, I got the ice trophy for the trophy room. While I farmed Deerclops for the weather pane, among other things, I had some fun with mud balls. I'm sure something more interesting could be done with them, but this is what I thought of on the spot. But let's make a Deerclops ascend. Ascend, Deerclops! Ascend! Ascend, my boy! There's a more obvious use though. You can use them to place blocks during the Old One's army. I swear, more and more ways to place blocks during this event keep popping up, but since I'm thinking about them, I might as well make the Old One's army farming arena. Also took down a naturally spawned goblin army for the 2nd time this week in between building. Now, I want it to look like the castle is similar to it, so it all fits together, but it also needs to be different. What I ended up doing was using boreal walls for that horizontal beam thing and actual boreal beams for the vertical ones. Those are also flinks for lamps, which I don't think actually fit with the rest of it, but I thought they looked cool. I also went to great lengths to make sure the build is perfectly symmetrical. There's also plenty of vertical space for this to expand into, which I'm going to do after I get actuators. Oh wait, the arena is too, oh no, it's not big enough. Oh shoot, oh man. Pew, 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 pew. Oh yeah. Oh wait, we can also just park it here. Hold up, this is actually not awful. Let's go, mud balls, you can place blocks. Oh yeah, I also got the Zappinator just before I started the fight against the army. And to my surprise, I actually failed against the thing, but there's several easy upgrades I could still get, and I'm not sure why I bought the Flame Burst staff, but that's the one I had and was using, which isn't the best, but that wraps up the first week. This week, I am coming into things with a singular mission. We are going to finally explore the jungle. It has been 2.5 almost months, and I haven't explored the jungle yet. So we're finally going to do that, and that's kind of exciting. We just have some regular exploration to do today. I guess I've done a little bit of jungle exploration. A little bit. But don't worry, I have more in mind than simply exploring the jungle. I have a plan. I have an idea for what I'm gonna do while I'm down here. And that plan is to try and summon every single queen bee from every single hive. It can't be at once per se, but we'll have to like travel around to each hive and make sure we summon all of them. I want to maximize how many queen bees are on this world. Hit the absolute cap. Of course, we all know how annoying queen bee larvae are, but they do allow for one special thing that you can't do with any other boss. You're able to summon multiple of the same boss. For this reason, I want to try and get as many of the same boss, queen bee, spawned in this world as possible. The only question is, how many hives are there even in a large world? It may be impossible to truly find all of them without mining up most of the jungle, but we'll just have to see. Okay, whenever I see a jungle shrine thing like this, I always feel like something has gone terribly wrong. It looks broken, but we got our first inklet of wind, so that's exciting. We also need to be careful with the phase blade, that we don't throw it somewhere, leave it, and then recall it in a place where it just happens to be along the path of a beehive. There is one tool I've crafted that'll make exploration so much easier here. Ah, Gravedigger Shovel. What a wonderful thing. Can't recommend the Gravedigger Shovel enough, primarily for jungle exploration. This is a wonderful tool and not that hard to craft. Where's my regular shovel? We have the Gravedigger Shovel. Where's my regular one? That's what I'm waiting for. Would it be stronger? Would it be weaker? I don't know. We need an answer, Relogic. If you don't know, if you see honey of any kind in the jungle, it means that there's a beehive somewhere in the vicinity. It can be above, below, to the sides, anywhere, but it's somewhere nearby, which means we have found our very first hive. Now we just gotta find every single other hive in the jungle. I've grown pretty convinced from all of my time playing the game that hives tend to spawn in a pretty consistent horizontal plane, so I am expecting more hives around the same height in the world, but wanted to make sure, and so started mining around areas much closer to the surface. I don't think hives can be up this high. I'm pretty sure they tend to be around a pretty consistent height. I might be completely wrong if this honey is anything to go off of. The other one is all the way down there. Oh, great. Does this mean we can find these things literally anywhere? That's our second hive, and I'm going to start placing torches inside them to make it so they, light up very nicely and are easily visible on the map. There also don't appear to be any more hives this high up in the jungle. The lack of hives is unbelievable. Okay, we've found exactly 2 beehives. There should be a lot more. Oh, honey. Where's the hive? Where is it? I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. Okay, so there is honey here. Oh, there's the hive. I can see it on the map. I missed it, but it's on the map. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought this wouldn't be nearly as hard as it is or has been thus far. All right, we got 3 hives down. Check, check, check. And who knows how many more there are? I have no idea. But it's been almost 45 minutes and we found 3. So we have our work cut out for us. Finding these things really has gone through seasons of plenty and famine. Okay, found 2 hives next to each other. We love seeing that. We need hives close to each other, because if we're gonna have bees chasing us, we need a way to access some hives as easily as possible. Oh, bouncy boulder. Natural bouncy boulder. Isn't that nice? Make sure we don't get hit by this thing. And set it off. Oh, no! We have 5 beehives now, but I'm expecting there to be at least 10 or so of these things on the world. That sounds like an accurate number. So what we're going to start doing is actually using the mining build I currently have. I was really thinking of using 3 classes like I have done every other year before this, but maybe this time I'll have to make a fishing and a mining build with mage as, the main one, because it's the best class, and then collect stuff for the other classes and just store it somewhere so I can mess with them whenever I want. I don't even have the full mining set yet, as it is, just missing the pants, but with the mining potion, the mining build is flying through this mud. Okay, I got rid of this explosive. Do you think it's the only one that was here? Nope. Mining build sounds contradictory. Wait, I never thought about that. I am Thorbin, miner of worlds. Rah! I didn't even think about it, but I did find the jungle temple, which at least means there's a large black spot on the map that we know for sure hives will not be. We'll just have to mine the circumference of this thing so we know exactly where it is. It seems like a strange place for the... Wait, hold on. That's... What? That is a really strange place for it to be. That's almost in the center of the temple. What? Now I kind of want to sneak in there. Now I'm really curious. Why Why is it where it is? I kind of want to explore it now, but we're saving that for like near the end game. Near that temple, we found the 6th beehive. Oh yeah, we have done some good exploration here. Oh, but there could still be so many hives hiding around. There's got to be like a good way of finding them, right? Maybe using a danger sense potion would help, but I feel like by the time that I could see a larva with the danger sense potion, I would have seen it with my eyes. I was starting to feel like I might have found all the hives, but I haven't even explored the lava layer of the jungle. Did I really find all the beehives already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beehives. That's not a lot. It'd been a solid 30 minutes or so since I'd seen my last beehive, which just seems strange to me while I'm continuing to explore new areas. But after some determined mining, I found the 7th beehive, which, just think about it, 7 queen bees plus the 1 I can summon manually. I could have 8 queen bees on this world, but that's still not enough for me. Here's the 8th hive, but now I've explored most of the top of the jungle and just need to search the lower segments. And going up from the bottom is likely going to be easier than going down from the top. What's with the room of lava? This paid off big time because I found 1, 2, 3, 4 beehives right next to each other. Oh, dude, they're everywhere down here. What the heck? I think I found where all the beehives have been hiding. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have our dozen. Nice. Oh, we're finding more. Now that we're on a hot streak, we're finding more. I may have said that, but for the rest of the week, I didn't find a single hive. Wow, we explored a lot of the jungle. I might have to search this dark area, verify there are no hives there, and then maybe I'll explore over here, but I'm pretty sure we can be certain there's no hives over there. So I think a dozen is how many hives we have in this world. That is a very nice number. You know, I might even actually open up this big dark area and have that ready as the arena. It'll be good for a Plantera arena, and it'll be good for 12 queen bee arena. Actually, I guess we get to 13 if we summon one manually as well. So that's something to look forward to next week because we've already burned all of our time exploring that much of the jungle. I did have a little more time though and wrapped up the week farming Deerclops until I finally got the weather pane and actually beat the Old One's army this time around, thanks in part to a high damage laser from the Zapinator against the Dark Mage. The beginning of this week was a whole lot of dynamite tossing, so we could open up a big area in preparation for fighting every queen bee possible. It's a really big one if I want to blow up all this too. I'll be ready for Plantera, that's for sure. This whole scheme is going to require easy access to all parts of the jungle, so you better believe we mined like crazy. Might not have been the best place to make this arena because there is an absolutely massive pool of lava we need to clear out, but I guess that's just what we're going to do. We also accidentally found another beehive while we're doing that, so that's nice to add another to the collection. We dealt with more goblins and built a bigger arena, which brings us to the point that we need to do some real preparation for this battle. It's not going to be enough to simply spawn all the queen bees. We're going to need to make sure we're able to actually take some hits, because if we die, then this whole experiment will immediately fail. That's why I'm reforging all my accessories to get everything to warding. Oh, I'm menacing. Oh, I got 3 though. 3 in a row. I'm sad to switch from mage, and I generally don't get Hellstone until post-Skeletron, but we'll make an exception here because we need to max out our defense. Holy Demonite, Batman. I got a lot of that. My goodness. Oh, right, I need the Hellforge. No, Foxbark, stop breaking all the pots. Trying to save those for later, man. Where is the Hellforge? Why, there's one. Oh my goodness. Defense maxed out though. We now just need to make the connecting paths to each hive so we can successfully summon them all. After all, without a Kobold shield, this could be quite difficult. So we need large open areas and multiple options for getting to all of them. Secret tunnels through the jungle. I guess I could really make like a cavern pylon and a jungle pylon down here and use those to really scatter the queen bees. In fact, I can just teleport home at any time, wait for them to follow me, then come back to the jungle and Yeah, hold on, I can totally do that. I still don't think they should have made it so you can use pylons during boss battles or events. It really makes the game a lot more cheesable. But hey, this year on Terraria, we're trying to mess with the features the new update introduced, so I guess this is in line with that idea. I've never destroyed so much of the jungle in my life. But our path is set, so I'll grab all the survivability potions, set up the arena so it's fully prepared, and with one Abumination, we're ready to see just how many queen bees we can summon and fight at once. Okay, we got 2 queen bees. Here come potions now. And go. Go, 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 go! Just go, 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 go! Okay, slime out. Oh, no, 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 I threw him! Oh, come back! Okay, there we go. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Shield bonk will save us some damage. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. They're not doing a lot of damage. That's really good. We got 2 queen bees. Not very impressive so far. We got 3 queen bees. Slightly more impressive. 4 queen bees. 5 queen bees. Oh, they're all in the way. Go, 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 go. All right, we got an opening. We got an opening. All right, all right, all right. Okay, okay. Take whatever gaps we can and just keep going. I guess we could be attacking them while we're doing this. Just swing my sword around a little bit for a little start working on damaging them. There it is. Okay, that one is far away. How many queen bees is this? Is this 6 queen bees? I think this is 6 queen bees. Oh, if only I could have knockback immunity, this would go so much better. I'm getting close to all the ones I wanted to get before we teleport home. Get out of the way, you. Come on. Okay, here's another one. 7 queen bees. And slime out, slime out, slime out here. I need to get out. No, 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 not hook. There we go. Okay, hit that. There we go. 8 queen bees. Wait, I think that's the last one. Then we teleport home. Okay. 7. We got 7 queen bees. 8. That should be 8 queen bees. Okay. And then we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Oh, dude. Oh, they're so fast. Right on my tail. You gotta rush to the right and then go back. Dang, I thought I would get more time than this. Oh, they're already here before I even got to any of them. But we had the chance to heal. That was very important. Missed it. Missed it. Come on. There we go. 9 queen bees. 9 queen bees. It's just the 12 days of Christmas, but with bees. 10 queen bees. Ah, my goodness, they're everywhere. 11 queen bees. Woo! So we got 3 more. 3 more. The heat-seeking missiles are coming. All right, and we can get 3 more. We're at 11. We can get 14 queen bees on one world, and we'll take them all out. We're gonna win, baby. You better believe it. Summon that one. Oh, here they come. Oh boy. Oh, they all missed me. Okay, good, good, good. Yes, yes. Now where's? There it is. Boom. All right. Go, 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 go. All right, equip this. This will be better. 14 queen bees! Yes! Oh my goodness. Now they're going to spawn so many bees that I'm probably going to be able to heal up just fine. This actually might not be an issue at all. Let's go. Oh, we need to get Fox Sparks in here. Yeah, Fox Sparks. Dude, I am taking no damage. 14 queen bees, and we are totally fine. I should just take a screenshot of this, and this will be the thumbnail. Oh, no. Oh, we're actually taking damage. Drink, re-up our potions. All right, we re-upped our endurance potion. Very good, very good. Gotta take a screenshot of this, man. There we go. All right, boom. Take another one, boom. Let's go, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. I would want to do this with a server of people, man. Dude, this is actually not that hard at all. With all of our potions upping our defense like crazy, and the fact that they're spawning a bunch of bees that give us hearts, this actually isn't that bad at all. If only I had to put a solid block up here. You know what? Let's put a solid block like right there. All right, and then we can just put a phase blade there. There we go. Extra damage. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, pop and weave. Yeah, just pop and weave this. This is the most fun way to do face taking ever. Oh my goodness, they're like all gathered right here. We got one. One down. Wait, where'd my phase blade go? I need to get my phase blade back. No, I missed. It's hard to aim with no knockback immunity. Hit the phase blade in. We need that extra damage. No, I did it again. There we are. 67 defense with the worm scarf. We got another queen bee. We got 3 of them. 4 of them. They're falling like flies. There goes another. Look at your comrades go and disappear, queen bees. Look at that. Rah! Dude, watch us like not get something. Like there's some item that they don't end up dropping. We should get everything, right? That was at 200. There goes another one. There we go. There's no running. There's no hiding from me. Oh no, my phase blade's gone. What am I going to do without my extra damage? Oh, only 2 remain. And the last bee. Do we let him live, chat? No, we don't let him live. Evil laugh. And goodbye. It required a lot of work and setup, perhaps more than it's worth, but it was so much fun fighting that many queen bees at once. I'd be curious how a non-face tank build would perform, but I'm fairly sure dodging when your screen is covered in bees is not really an option. Anyways, would you believe me if I said I got every possible drop from queen bee? Mostly got beekeepers, weirdly though. Got a lot of beekeepers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Our queen bee shrine is nice and complete, so I went off to slay Deerclops as I'm still missing her trophy, and I got it on the first one this week, so that's really handy. I've also decided to use this space up here to have updated melee and summoner and ranger gear ready to go, so I can switch to them whenever I want to against different events and what have you. Not sure how well I'll keep up with updating them, but a fishing and mining build, readily and easily accessible in my other loadout slot things might be nice, considering how much of those 2 things I'll be doing and have been doing. With the high octane action complete though, I need to turn my attention back to building because I can't allow this base to be so unfinished before hard mode. This Dynasty wood house doesn't look like it fits right now, but I have some ideas for how to make it all fit. I used Hellstone brick walls painted gray as the base and Ebonwood walls painted brown for beams. Demonite brick walls painted gray frame the window, and I used Feywood walls to fill in some of the space in between. And with 2 plants purchased from the Dryad, I liven things up. We extend the build with a very similar pattern. I'm thinking I might end up putting in some like doors here and echo coding them and just having people living here without any tables and stuff. I have some ideas for that. I was considering removing these tower things, but I think they could actually work well with the build. What I did do was replace the planked walls behind the marble columns with Feywood wall. Added a new tower to the other side to mirror it, and am making a slight variance to the center dynasty houses on the sides. This is a good start, but it needs to stretch into the rest of this open area, and I had this idea of surrounding the stained glass with glass, and well, I don't know, chat. What are you thinking of this so far? I'm not sure. It looks okay. On the map, it definitely doesn't look great. Looks terrible. Thanks, Pickles. It's definitely interesting. Looks unique. Thanks, chat. They aren't wrong, though. This just doesn't look right. I'm not sure how much it helps, but my original idea included surrounding this thing with glass blocks like it was some sort of capsule or something like that. I'm not sure it helped much at all, so I added some gray brick walls to make it look like the stained glass parts have some support, which I think helps. We'll come back to it another time. Maybe filling out the surrounding area will give me some ideas as to what to do with it. This looks nice, but I need something to fill in the gap between the houses and ended up using living leaf. Okay, I always end up defaulting to Dynasty wood and living leaf. Those 2, I just always end up using those. The last thing I did for the week was update this hallway between the housing and top area. The 2 are completely different styles, and I think I'm kind of messing up the original look I was going for, but I'm happy with what I got, so I'll use this section to mix the 2 styles and help transition into the different themes. This week, we're going to focus hard on building because somehow, despite having so much time on my hands, I've kept myself quite occupied with activities outside of building. But we just can't let this world reach hard mode without having some more builds around. Plus, a Pylon network would be really nice because I've been holding off on that until I had real builds around them. I don't want shoe boxes in the meantime because then I'll just be tempted to leave them. So we started off by simply adding another stack of dynasty houses to the middle of our main base. But for the sides, I wanted to do something a little different to add variety. This first one, I used the Feywood walls and dirt with grass seeds to make it look natural. There we are. A little bit of kind of a living room. A living room! On top of the grass, I placed some vines, which I think might actually work pretty well for this really small build. What do you guys think? Do those look like kind of plant stalks of some sort? For the next one, we're going to need a little water. Another goblin army? I don't care. I don't want to go another goblin army. What I'm going to make with this next house is a sort of bathroom or hot spring sort of thing. And now, of course, any good self-respecting bathroom has gigantic windows so you can see the outside. Oh, the goblin army is here. No, I'm building. They seem to be far enough away that they're not spawning quite yet. Oh, never mind. Fine, I'll deal with the neighbors. I think the bathroom looks all right. On the other side, this house is going to have an empty slot in the middle of it that I'm going to fill with book walls once we get access to those from the dungeon next month. It looks like a cool furniture and building set, so I'm excited to get to play with those. With the one above, I made a little greenhouse garden sort of thing. That leaves pretty much one more layer to this whole big central area, but I'll aim to finish that next month. I need to get the pylon set up sooner rather than later. We'll get to work on making a desert build. In my Calamity year-long run, I barely had something resembling a build in the desert until the final month when I made something I was super happy with, so this year I want to make something similar to it earlier in the game while I can actually enjoy it. Of course, building something in the endgame in Calamity changed a number of the materials available to us, but we'll see how well we can replicate it with this open desert castle outline. Sandstone columns I learned to look really cool, so those will be incorporated into a lot of this build, and I ended up putting glass between those and the sandstone wall. Not sure how I like it, but it grew on me over time. I was quite surprised to learn though that sandstone brick do not work well with more of the natural looking hardened sandstone and sandstone blocks, so we stuck with a brick floor. This tower we made suitable housing, which I think is pretty neat. I never really make NPC houses that are actually large. I should really experiment with that more. In this outer part, we used sandstone brick walls with the columns in the middle, and every other column I painted purple. Something I always like with desert builds is using a lot of sand for the primary structure with very few bold colors mixed in. I feel like sand-themed blocks have a fantastic contrast with primary colors, which can lead to some really interesting builds and looks. For some more color, I added yellow and purple banners, but had the yellow banners around the purple columns and the purple banners around the normal ones, so there's a better mix. I tried adding Ebenstone brick, which is basically the same as sandstone, but purple, but it just doesn't work. And the Ebenstone and sandstone just go too well together. In the center, I added this mini oasis with a fountain going in it. I'm not sure if such a tool exists, but I'd like a way to add those plants you can see on the top of water at times. It would be really nice to add some of those to this. I wonder what it would look like if I added some like columns on the outside here. Ooh, wait a minute. Added some columns like this. Okay. Yes. Ideas. I got ideas. Okay, brown paint. The idea, of course, includes a living wood and leaves, but with mahogany this time. The original plan was to paint it all brown or yellow, but I ended up preferring the bold green, but what really sold it was adding a few living leaf walls to the bottom. I considered adding them to the top as well, but I think having it on just the bottom makes it look like a shadow. I don't know how to explain it very well, but I think this looks best. Some living leaf walls were added to the oasis as well. Okay, this is a pretty solid start. Now I wanted to add some scorpions to roam around the build, and I also wanted to make an underground area, which led to a really strange discovery. Wait a minute. What? Hold on. Wait. I need to know more. What? Turns out when you place an animal, you can remove the block below the animal or the thing that you place when you place the animal. This would probably work best with birds, but with walking critters, it's just stuck in a loop. I'm very curious to try and make a build where I use this purely to create a particle effect near the ground. I think there's some real potential there. But also, we have invented animal abuse. Moving on, we're going to make an underground section to this build. Don't think it'll have a function, but it'll add some depth. I don't really know what to say about the process of making it, so here's the final product, or at least that was until I decided it needed to extend a bit to the right some more, so this is the new final product, and I love it very much. So we need to find a way to sneak another suitable house in it. We could make like a separate little offshoot of a house nearby. I just need to make sure they're close enough to each other that it'll work. Turns out NPCs can be a bit farther away from each other than I thought, and the pylon will still work. So now we got a lovely little desert pylon. So for the nurse, we'll make a miniature sandstone castle. Ooh, I'm really proud of this. What do you mean it's missing a wall? But I wanted her home to be more than just that. I wanted the top to look like an awning from a stand at a bazaar. I didn't really execute on the idea the way I had it in my mind. I'm open to ideas, but it's good enough for now. That just about finishes the desert build, but I randomly got this idea in my head that the nurse's healing powers and knowledge comes from some sketchy sources. Like she just has a heart in a flask here, whoa, and a vile mushroom down here for whatever reason. For the walls, I used gray brick, hellstone brick, and stone walls, all painted brown with a few chains hanging around. This is also when I learned that item flasks have a strange hitbox that allows you to place them in a way that pretty much no other block, if not no other block, is able to, because they can actually overlap things. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I really wanted to add a pool of blood at the bottom with the blood fountain, but you're only allowed to have one fountain's effect active in an area at a time. I really wish if you placed a fountain like inside a body of water, then it could affect that specific body of water, so you could have a bunch of different watercolors in a very small and contained area. Maybe a new item or wiring thing would have to be added, but I think that's a really cool idea that would allow for some extra creativity with builds utilizing water. But that completes the nurse's house and the desert pylon as a whole. I'm a big fan of the desert one. This is really nice. That brings us to the tundra build, which in hindsight was a bit more basic than I would have preferred. I did use some flinks fir blocks to imitate carpets and made the windows a little arched, but I wish I did something a little more different for this build. These interiors look fine, but they're just basic NPC houses, but with some flinks fir blocks and walls in the mix. So to make it a little different, I'm going to bury these houses in a sort of snow cave. I've done this before, but it at least makes it a little more standout-ish. I also did this weird thing with platforms, mostly because there was no room for actual stairs without some minor terraforming that I didn't feel like doing, but I actually like how this looks. It's a little more unique, even if it's not functional, though it did turn out to be more functional than I thought it would be. Oh, the penguin is finding its way up! Oh, look at him go! Dude, it's smart. It's so smart. Let's go. Now, I've already gotten a lot of this done, but I wanted snow walls for inside the cave, which led me to rediscover snow bricks, which are used to make the new snow furniture. I am now wishing I had made the entire build themed after these items, just so I could experiment with them a bit more. I just didn't want to restart at this point, so I just started placing snow furniture kind of randomly. And a snow clock. Oh, look at him. The snow clock is amazing. I need more of this. With that, we added in the snow walls with some ice walls at the tops and bottom. The plan is also to fill this lower section with water, so I made a little dock. The water will be added when I get the bottomless water bucket, because doing this with water duping sounds like it'll take a few more minutes than I'm willing to put into it, though I have really been slacking on fishing quests. I need to make sure to be doing more of those so I can actually get that bottomless water bucket. But with that, we've wrapped up the month of March. Next month will be Skeletron, where we actually are going to be able to do a lot more than you might think we're going to be able to. So I hope to see you then. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the previous 2 videos from January and February and see how this whole journey began and how we're progressing through it.